are now focusing on the other big state that was out and about voting today. We're talking, of course, about Mizoram. Let's begin with the voter turnout. What exactly did the people say on the ground and what the voter turnout has been? We'll take you through all of these details in the next couple of minutes. The first important constituency from Mizoram, Aizawl East 1, 2018 saw 79.94%. 2023 has seen 65.97% till 5 p.m. Remember, that was a very important constituency. That is the current Chief Minister's constituency. Then coming to Sarchip, 2018 saw 85.65% voter turnout, and 2023 has seen a comparable of 83.73% turnout till 5 p.m. So good news for Sarchip. A lot of people in large numbers comparing to last time going to vote. The news not so great for Aizawl East 1. Let's move on and bring up the next constituency of Hachek, which has actually surpassed its record from last time around. Last time around, Hachek saw 78% voter turnout. 2023 has seen 82.79% voter turnout till 5 p.m. in the constituency of Hachek, another important part of Mizoram. Let's move on to the next constituency of Aizawl West 3, which in 2018 saw 80% of voter turnout. In 2023, it's seen 69% of voter turnout. So 11% gap there as far as Aizawl West 3 is concerned. Let's move on to the next. We're looking at Tuichang, which has once again surpassed its record. Very interesting there. 2018 saw 80.73% voter turnout. 2023 has seen 82.39% voter turnout till 5 p.m. So Tuichang there, following the footsteps of a Sarchip, where the voters have increased since last time around. Let's move on to our next constituency of Dampa. 2018 saw 81.12% and 2023 has seen 76.59%, so less than last time around till 5 p.m. in the constituency of Dampa. That was, of course, all about the voter turnout. Let's now look at what happened in Mizoram last time around, and we'll stay on this for just a moment. As far as the assembly polls are concerned, the Indian National Congress, their viewers, managed to win 5 seats. We're talking about a total of 40 seats, by the way, assembly constituency seats in Mizoram. Congress wins 5, BJP makes its debut, wins 1. MNF, the regional party that is currently in power, wins 26, and others include, which is in fact the ZPM, win 8 as far as Mizoram's assembly polls were concerned. But when we look at the Lok Sabha results, the MNF in fact swept the state. It has 1 seat as far as Lok Sabha polls are concerned, and the winning party in the assembly polls also managed to win in the 2019 Lok Sabha polls. But let's look at what was happening before 2018. As far as 2013 is concerned, pardon me, this is where it gets really interesting. We'll stay on this for just a moment. The Indian National Congress was actually the majority party up until 2013. They got 34 seats in 2013, making them the largest party. BJP at 0, MNF at 5, and others at 1 as far as Mizoram is concerned. But if you come to, of course, 2018, this is how dramatic the change has been. The Indian National Congress going from 34 to merely 5 seats. The BJP going from 0 to 1, so making some sort of a debut here. MNF going from 5 to 26 seats. So where the Congress lost out is where the MNF has gained, as well as the others have gained. So the others went from 1, and the other here in this case is ZPM, which is the other major regional party. So this is what it looked like. The halfway mark for Mizoram is 21, and the MNF, one can say, barely managed to make it, but at the end of the day, they were in a comfortable majority in Mizoram. So this is how the assembly constituency map changed in the past 2 assembly elections. Of course, the results for this time around remain to be seen. Let's move on to our next set of data for Mizoram. As far as the regions are concerned, in 2018, a total seats of 16 assembly seats in North Mizoram, where the MNF won the majority of 8, the ZPM right behind it with 7, and the Indian National Congress with 1. So one can say that the ZPM actually won a majority of its 7 out of its 8 seats it won in North Mizoram. The MNF won 8 out of its 26 seats in North Mizoram, and the INC won 1 out of its 5 seats in North Mizoram. Let's move on to the next region for 2018 if we can. We're talking about Central Mizoram. Total of 16 seats. MNF of course bags the majority with 13. So this is where the chunk of MNF seats comes from. ZPM gets 1 seat last time around in Central Mizoram, and the INC gets 2 more seats out of its kitty of 5 from last time around. This is what the breakup for Central Mizoram was like. Let's come now to the data for South Mizoram. How exactly did South Mizoram vote in 2018? We'll try to put that across on our screens in just a moment, but essentially the Indian National Congress was in fact, remember viewers, defeated last time around. They won in 2013, but they were wiped out by the MNF in 2018. What does the entry of the regional parties, especially ZPM, then mean this time around? I believe we're not being able to locate those data points for South Mizoram. But on that note, let's quickly listen in to what is it that the people out there said to us today, the people who are voting. Quickly.
I want the government to work for the people of Mizoram to improve the infrastructure, the roads, health system, health sector, and the education sector. And yeah, I want the government to work for the people of Mizoram. I want the government to work to provide employment to the people.
Environment is good. In Mizoram, it's always like this. The environment is clear, no problem at all, and I really like it. And I cast my vote today.
I want to form a government that will help people to make a better living for the people. So I want the government to work for public sector and social. So I want government to work for the people, for the poor and the rich, for equally. So we can have a high state. We can have a development state. So.
So there you heard it. Joining me on the broadcast is Lal Duhoma, president of the Mizoram Nationalist Party. Pardon me there. Lal Duhoma, thank you so much for speaking with NewsX. It's big stakes for the ZPM this time around. I want to begin by asking you, what are the key issues of the people that you wish to resolve if you come to power?
Well, the main issue is about the corruption. People hope to find a corruption-free government, a change in the system of administration, change in the economic as well as in the social field. Changes in every field of the administration. That is what people expected from us.
Okay. And do you believe will the crisis in Manipur be an issue this time around that will decide the fate of the parties? How do you think the Manipur crisis, if any, has an impact on the Mizoram polls?
Not at all. The Manipur issue doesn't play any much role to be reckoned with.
Okay, all right, that's fair enough. And we'd also, of course, like to understand, are there any talks of a post-poll alliance then between the ZPM or the Congress?
No, that is not needed at all. It is they who are speaking about this. It is they, the MNF and the Congress and the BJP. They keep on telling their people that, look, it is not necessary to join the PM as we are forming a coalition government with them. This is their propaganda, a false propaganda, a totally false propaganda. The reason is that the people are fleeing out of them because they are the sinking ship. So they are joining us. That's the only way they prevent an exodus from that party. we are not going to need any party to form a government because we are hopeful of getting a comfortable majority.
Okay, and we'd also, of course, like to understand from you, do you believe that the Mizoram Chief Minister is facing anti-incumbency?
It's not only the factor of anti-incumbency or negative factor that is going to make a result of this election. But we are hoping to form a government with a positive note because they want to see a better government, a more efficient and corruption-free government. So majority of the votes we polled will be on a positive note.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Lal Duhuma, for joining us on the broadcast with that perspective from the ZPM. Remember, ZPM continues to be an important player in Mizoram. They managed 8 seats last time around, and they're of course hoping to win more this time around. I have with me on the broadcast Vinita Harivaran of the BJP and Matthew Anthony of the Congress Party. Matthew Anthony, let me begin by understanding from you. Lots of talk about a post-poll alliance, but every regional party that you ask says that we're not interested in any post-poll alliance with either the BJP or the Congress.
Neither did we say about a post-poll alliance, because we are very sure about winning the state of Mizoram, for the simple reasons that we were very clear in our messaging that if you don't have an experienced party to run the state, Manipur is going to get repeated. What happened in Manipur is the question of a tribal ethnic disrespect and a genocide there. So any Northeast state, if at all you have been there, they have great pride to their unique, diverse, traditional, ethnic, tribal identity. The moment you try to force them into one nation, one status, and the uniform civil code kind of tactics, they are going to resist. And if this is the approach when they are going to face it, they have the danger just next to them. And we have also promised them a very developmental oriented, the peace and the prosperity of the Mizoram and the protection of the people's identity. That's a single messaging which we have done. The secular interests of the Mizoram to be protected, the development of the state with specific schemes. When Pu Laldoma now spoke about what his government is going to achieve if elected, he only have to say, we are going to give a corruption-free. That's just a statement. What do you do specifically in terms of doing that one? We made specific promises in the state. And just before this election, we had Karnataka elections. We made promises and we delivered it. BJP, in terms of, they are very good in engineering backdoor entries. Pu Laldoma's statement of refusing to make any statement on Manipur is an indirect indication of his willingness to ally with BJP if a situation arises. Manipur definitely has an impact in the Mizoram elections because people of Mizoram are scared of BJP. People of Mizoram are scared of the central government. And the central government was in alliance with MNF in the state government for the last 5 years. And anything of the development agenda which BJP is going to speak about, I was there in Mizoram for the last 62 plus days.
Okay.
If at all they can show some roads there, if at all they can show some infrastructure there, if at all they can point out, they kind of, come and take out the entire debate saying that the PM Modi's development scheme. Can you specifically state a single development scheme which has been enacted there in Mizoram? Okay, then 3,500 crores of the central government GST funds from 2021 has not been delivered to Mizoram. And the PM Modi, who was supposed to come to Mizoram, cancelled his trip to Mizoram in the last minute. It is out of fear because he will be out of answer to say that he cannot come to Mizoram without mentioning Manipur. He cannot come and shamelessly ask for the votes because he has failed as a government-sponsored genocide has happened in Manipur. And, he being the Prime Minister, the double engine has completely failed or even being a part of that one. That's the accusation which the Prime Minister was facing. And that's exactly what I want to say. So these are the reasons why we are saying that we are confident of winning back Mizoram and to give a prospective state to the people of the Mizoram. And all our promises are based on the dreams and aspirations of the people of Mizoram and not the Prime Minister's dream, which has to state alone. We are with the people and our dreams are the people's dream. And that is why we have the confidence of winning the election on our own. And we are not looking at any post-poll alliances with any of the regional parties also.
Okay, Vinita Hariharan, bringing you into the conversation. The BJP, not much entirely, one could say, to lose as far as Mizoram is concerned. You only had one seat last time around. What makes you think anything will be different this time?
No, I think, totally contrary to what the, Congress spokesperson, Congress leader had told, development is the only plank and will be the only plank that BJP would stand for. And unfortunately, Congress has always been dreaming only and not implementing anything. If you allow me to read out the achievements in Mizoram, what are the infrastructure achievements? 19 projects undertaken, construction of 418 kilometers of infrastructure with an expenditure of 9,800 crore. Rail connectivity in Mizoram was established in 2016. Bairobi to Silchar in Assam, it involved an investment of 2,000 crore for the construction of rail tracks and the doubling of the existing lines. Telephone connectivity, approximately 4,500 villages have been targeted for improved connectivity. Deen Dayal Gram Jyoti Yojana, 517 villages electrified, and 100% electrification in Mizoram, just 8 new projects with a value of 30 lakh 42 crore have been sanctioned, signifying a significant investment in the state's electrification efforts. And 239 power projects have been sanctioned, allocation of 3,200 crores. And even the Turial, the hydropower station, which has been under construction since 1990, successfully completed under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. While the Congress was dreaming about this hydropower project, we got it constructed and we got it delivered. That is the story of the BJP delivery on the ground. And, the Aizawl Smart City project also, with an allocation of 367 crore rupees was given. That is the commitment to urban development. And as part of Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, 6.6 lakh people are being empowered by receiving 5 kilograms of rice and 5 kilograms of wheat, along with 1 kilogram of pulses. So, that is what we've been doing in terms of social welfare. In terms of water connectivity, 1.1 lakh people have been provided with tap water connection. And, we're making Mizoram a 100% tap water connected state. 33,000 people in Mizoram have received the gift of Ujjwala along with the subsidy of 200 rupees and the 100 rupees, making clean cooking fuel accessible to them. Then under Jan Dhan Yojana, 3.7 lakh people have been benefited. Pradhan Mantri Swachh Abhiyan, 46,000 toilets have been constructed in Mizoram. Now Mizoram is open defecation free, which the Congress could not deliver for how many ever years in the country. They haven't been able to make our country open defecation free, which we have successfully done through the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. And in Ayushman Bharat, 1.9 lakh families are beneficiaries under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, and also under the under Awas Yojana, 7,000 houses have been constructed. Sorry, not Ayushman Bharat. Under Awas Yojana, 7,000 houses have been constructed. And then also, there is a vision document of drug-free Mizoram, because Mizoram is plagued with a lot of unemployed youth who are resorting to drugs. So drug-free Mizoram is also is part of the vision document, is a core aspect of the vision document. And apart from that, various other social welfare programs, mission called the Mizoram Education Upgrade Scheme has been launched, and with a budget of about 250 crore, and that's what is being done for the education of the youth there. Then Mizoram Sports Academy, and so on and so forth. So there are a lot of initiatives that the BJP is going to be doing when it comes to power in Mizoram. And, not just, kind of capitalizing on what we've already done in the northeastern region and in Mizoram as well.
Okay. As far as, Vinita Hariharan, as far as then a local presence or a local face is concerned, what about that factor? Because we've seen that 2 local parties ended up pretty much demolishing the Congress last time around. That has been the criticism against the BJP, that it relies way too much on the on the Modi magic, and that there is not enough local leadership to take it forward.
Not really, because the infrastructure programs that are completely locally designed, and what we delivered on the ground is absolutely for the local people to see. And it's just not Modi magic, it is also the BJP's in the delivery on the ground. which is under the leadership of Modi ji. So it's not just the Modi magic, but it's the delivery of infrastructure on the ground under the leadership of Modi ji, as I would like to put it that way. And as far as local leadership is concerned, it will always be the best and the most worthy who would be nominated as a leader over there. So the local presence per se would not make a difference. It would be the infrastructure delivery on the ground that will speak, because that's what Mizoram has been suffering for the last so many years.
Okay, I'm going to bring you back into the conversation. Let me quickly go back to Mr. Anthony, if I can. Mr. Anthony, what really then becomes the Congress's poll plank as far as Mizoram is concerned? Because like I said, there is a lot of deliberation about how the battle is in fact between the regional parties. How does the Congress then position itself as a possible winner?
I'll be happy to answer that one. But before I am answering that, I want to ask a question to Vinita. Have you been to Mizoram, Vinita? You're on mute. Have you been to Mizoram? Vinita?
Okay. I'm assuming that you... Okay.
I've traveled across the world and across India.
No, have you... My question is specific.
Yeah, yes, I have been to Mizoram. Yes, I have been to Mizoram, yes.
When?
I've been there recently, yes.
Okay.
So anyway, I think
okay. No, I'm just asking you because, you might have traveled the world. I respect that you're a great traveler.
I've traveled to Mizoram as well, yeah.
Okay. So, I will challenge you.
Implemented missions there.
Yeah, right. I will challenge you that, let's travel together with a neutral third party. Let's see the program, which you have said. Show me the roads which are there. Show me all this infrastructure. Mizoram's annual budget is 14,500 crores. If I put all the figures together, it's much higher than that per year of your development. Split into 5 years also, it is much higher than that. So it has gone to BJP leaders' pockets or somebody else's pocket. Let's I challenge you openly. I will concede you publicly. Let's travel together with a neutral person and let's see the project's implementation there. Okay. Now coming back to the other questions which you raised. You have got a press note, and I'm sure that you've done it perfectly well. But let's go and do it in the ground, and I'll concede to you publicly if it is proved. Now,
please do engage a third-party organization and try to do an evaluation study there, a monitoring and evaluation. We're ready. We're up for the challenge.
To be very honest, okay, I've entertained this for a couple of minutes, but to be very honest, the third party is the voter. You'll see on 3rd December. The third party is the voter.
Congress promises. We have analyzed, we have taken feedback from the people. And the people were having their opinions. They want peace, prosperity, and development. And they were very worried about the fact of what is happening in Manipur, because it's the tribal community, and they were very fearful about whether this is going to come to us. And there were a couple of incidents which happened. That the extension of Manipur slightly extended into Assam and even to Mizoram and Meghalaya also. A couple of officers, couple of people were attacked. Now. Then the youth population wanted, things for them. Apart from taking care of the health, we are giving a 15 lakhs health insurance for the families there, 750 rupees gas cylinders available for them, old age pension scheme, and then 2,000 rupees per month for widows and single mothers. Then we are also putting in a forest economy where green products are kind of produced. Young Mizo Elevate program, where the startup entrepreneurs of the Mizoram will get funding from the government, as well as with a target of 1 lakh employment for youth in the next 5 years' time when we are elected to the government. An international football academy, where in the next 5 to 10 years' time, a couple of people from Mizoram can play in the European Football League, and a sports academy. Along with that, a Northeast Center of Excellence for Music and Performance Arts. So these are the promises, among with the many other promises, and secularism being in the Trump promise which you're making, or the highest promise which you're making for a peaceful, at the same time, a prosperous and a prospering Mizoram to the people of Mizoram, which has well been received. And through Rahul Gandhi's visit in Mizoram, actually created a lot of wave and lot of movement and a lot of poising for us, in terms of, getting ahead in the election campaign. And that really drove the election campaign from there. Pul Alswata was a single finance minister who has delivered a surplus budget for Mizoram. He's a clean and is a non-corrupt man. And, we have got a lot of youngsters there in the candidates list. So we have done our best, to capture the imagination of the people by listening to the people of Mizoram rather than projecting a leader and then, a lot of false promises. So this is what we have done, and this is what the basis of the foundation of the confidence by which we are saying that we will be elected back to power in Mizoram.
Okay, all right. Before I wrap this up, a quick question to both of our panelists. Vinita Aryan, is there any worry of what has happened in Manipur to have had any impact on Mizoram?
No, absolutely not. Manipur was a regional, ethnic kind of a conflict between two, Meitei and Kukis. So it has nothing to do. It has no impact on the Mizoram, elections, is what we would say.
Okay, Matthew Anthony, same question to you. Does the Congress party feel that there could have been an impact of what has happened in Manipur on the way Mizoram votes as well?
Definitely, yes. We have made it very clear that there is a fear in the people of Mizoram that because it's a BJP government there, and the BJP was a party with the MNF also in the governance of Mizoram. So they are very scared about something getting repeated in the state of Mizoram also. Mizoram is a very peace-loving state, a small population of 13 lakhs, 8.5 lakhs of voter base, and they love peace. And they are second after Kerala in terms of illiteracy. They think, they read a lot. So they are definitely scared, and they want a stable government which will not question their identity. So we are finding the fact that they are scared about the fact which is happening in Manipur, and that will have an influence in the voting of Mizoram.
Okay, all right. On that note, I've run out of time, but I thank both of our panelists for joining us to take this conversation on Mizoram forward. Of course, the ultimate result will come on the 3rd of December. Stay tuned to NewsX.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.